Well, hello there, rock stars. Coach Borino with you on this unusual time and date to do a live broadcast. What's going on, Borino? How come you're on? Well, here's what happened. I was having this deliciousness. Maybe you've seen the post, maybe you've seen the pictures. I've been changing my lifestyle. I've decided 2017 will not be a profitable year for me, for my company, Borino Productions, but for you guys, but also healthier. So I hired a great personal coach, a friend of mine. She's been absolutely kicking my butt, and I feel much better. You know, I'm down about 7 pounds now. I'm exercising, eating healthier. So this is my snack. This is a mixture of almond milk and oranges and some fruits, and that's what I've been drinking. I've been checking out Facebook, as I always do, because I love you guys, and I can't not hang out with you. And I saw a post there from Roxy. And in that post, she was talking about how well, I'll show you the post in just a moment. But first things first, let me welcome everybody. That's what I've been. All right, so the audio is good. Hi, guys. Merry Christmas to you and good morning to you as well. Welcome. Nice to have you, Mr. William. Always good to have you, William. Always good. So welcome to this special broadcast. We're going to talk about how to be productive, where the money really is, what can you do right now to implement systems and put things in place so that 2017 will be too. Very profitable, number one. Hold on, I got my fingers wrong. Let's do it again. So 2013 will be very profitable and very pleasant, a lot of fun too, because you don't want to struggle. Okay, so those are the things I want to focus on. Thanks for all the love and all the likes. I really appreciate it. So that's my topic today. I'm going to show you Roxy's post in just a moment, but first let me welcome everybody. All right, everybody's good. Mr. Ryan, top of the morning to you as well, my good sir. Roxy is here. Excellent. That's what I was waiting for, Rox. Good you're here with us. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the post that Roxy shared that kind of inspired me to do this impromptu little video for you. So here we go. Roxy, who is my student, awesome agent. She's doing the boot camp. She has been to my live event here in Washington, D.C., posted this. Need your advice. I have a prosperous business. It is important to me to work my referrals, of course. And current business, which of course takes time, absolutely does. I think can only really choose to dominate either expireds or FSBOs. I'm thinking there is no way you can work your current business, referral business, and expireds and FSBOs all at the same time. Is that possible? Well, let's talk about it. You're spreading yourself too thin because it is a lot of work to keep all those plates spinning. No question about it, Roxy. I totally hear you. Yes or no? If you had to pick, which one would you choose to dominate expireds or FSBOs? I'm noticing a trend with FSBOs first. They try to do it themselves, then they list with a discount FSBO shop, then a realtor. Now, there are already a bunch of great posts. So this is Roxy with her soon-to-be lovely husband, Patrick, right? Am I right? That's Patrick. Roxy's been in for many years. She's a successful agent, fellow bike rider, right? She loves to ride motorcycles. So what do? I saw that post, and at first I started typing my answer to it, but then I realized it's going to be too big. There'll be too many points, and I feel like many of you struggle with the same thing. The sense of overwhelmment. Where is the business right now? What do I do? What do I focus on without killing yourself working 18-hour days or without struggling financially and otherwise? So that's what we'll talk about. Little power, little energy. This was my break time, so I'm using it productively. That's some good stuff. Can you guys see the difference already? Can you notice? Yeah? Okay, so let's get down to business. Where do you start? What is the real problem? Well, here is the real problem. The real problem is in the question. The real problem is in the question how Roxy and many of you structure the question, because based on the question you get different answers. Ah, lots of likes. All right. My body looks good. Awesome. So here's what I mean by that. Instead of asking yourself, should I work expireds or should I work FSBOs? Ask yourself a better question. What do I need to focus on to make 2017 the most profitable year I've ever had? Let me repeat it for you. What do I need to focus on to make 2017 the most profitable, most enjoyable, most amazing year I've ever had? That's the right question. So the real question is not between FSBOs and expireds, between doing this and doing that. You structure the question differently. Where is the business? What do I need to do? So that's what we'll talk about today. Scheduling, focus, energy as well, because it requires some energy to get this done. And then how do you accomplish all that without losing your mind, losing your family, losing your house and bank to the bank, you know what I mean? Making a lot of money, making it all work. So here we go. Step one, focus on why you're doing it in the first place. What's really in it for you? Because if you say, I want to pay off some bills, I want to do a deal here and there and take a few listings, help a few people, but that's about it. That will require a very different approach as opposed to, I want to crush it, I want to totally dominate my market, make a lot of money, be extremely successful, accumulate wealth, maybe buy a few properties, live wealthy, drive a nice car, wear nice clothes, go on vacations, not worry about debt, not worry about credit cards. Two very different things. So be clear. Now careful. I've been doing this for many, many years, and many of you come to me and say, I want this, but you don't. You think you do. But the moment time comes to pay the price, many back out. Not you guys, you're rock stars. I know you. You're my students. But be very clear. What's in it for you? Why are you doing it? It's not about the money. It is about the awesome freedom you can get out of this. Be very, very clear. Be really relentless pursuing what do I want to get out of it. And be very selfish too. Yes, you want to provide for your family, your spouse, maybe your kids, grandkids, whoever matters to you. But there's more to it than that. What's in it for you, you specifically? Be extremely selfish. We've been beat up so much by, oh, you got to think this and think that, and you got to dream about that and provide for bullshit. It is about you. Because if you take care of you first and foremost, if you is happy, if you gets what you want, everything else will be much easier. Without it, it's impossible. You're going to rely only on discipline and push, and that will work short term, and it's hard. There's an easier way. So get very clear. What do you want to get out of this? That's number one. Number two, make a plan how to get there. And this is where the question, do I do FSBOs, do I do expireds, becomes a question of technicalities. Because the real choice is not FSBOs versus expireds. Here's the real choice. What can I do right now and from now on to get as much business as I need to satisfy my ideal lifestyle? In terms of how much it's going to cost you in bills, in income, in business expenses, in taxes and all that. And you need to know that. Don't just come up, especially now around December, people come up with an arbitrary number, pull out of their ass, you know. I call it scientifically, I call it anal extraction. Don't do that. Really orchestrate it. What do I want? I want to drive a, let's say the new Lexus 470, lovely car. It's going to set you back about $65,000. How much is it going to cost? Monthly, insurance and all that. As an example. Are you getting this? Are you with me? So then it's just a matter of setting up a business plan that's like a roadmap to get you there. And we've done this exercise before. I'm going to skip all that, but you will need to know leads, appointments, listings, because that's going to equal your lifestyle. This many leads, this many appointments, this many listings. So now you have that in place. You ask yourself the next question, where are the best leads right now? And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, all of you guys making a lot of money, all of you, my students or not, all the top rock stars, all the top agents go after high probability leads first. What are they? There are 4 funnels I would suggest you set up and work them. So the short answer to Roxy's question is really work both, expireds and FSBOs, because it's a matter of structuring your business and organizing yourself. It's not a matter of either or. Okay, so let me show you how that works. You have 4 funnels. New and old expireds should be absolutely part of your mix. If you have expireds, whether new or old in your area, work them. Because statistically, if you look at the timelines, if you look at your MLS, if you do just a little bit of homework, you're going to realize that a big chunk of those that expire either right now or that expired 3 months ago or expired 6 months ago will go back on the market, especially after the first of the year. You watch, there's going to be a big spike of new listings that expired 3 months ago, 6 months ago, even a year, 2 years ago. Work them. Great source of business. It's a matter of good, strong first impression, setting up a nice connection with them. That's 1. And 2, follow-up. Okay? And I'll get to the technical aspect of it in just a moment, but first, let's just talk about the structure, the roadmap. So new and old expireds, funnel number 1. Funnel number 2, FSBOs. Most definitely should be part of your mix. Here's why. According to many sources, I interviewed the CEO of FSBOR, one of the largest websites where FSBOs advertise, FSBOR.com. And they've been tracking it for years. They know statistically that 7 out of 10 for sale by owners list within a month. 7 out of 10 end up listing. Huge opportunity. Another statistic you need to know, about 8% of the transactions in the United States annually are for sale by owners. That means most homes are sold with an agent. What does that tell you? Those two numbers should tell you that FSBOs need your help. FSBOs end up with an agent. FSBOs pay commissions. FSBOs can be a terrific source of business. Even though some may list with a discount broker here and there, even though some may sell on their own, doesn't matter. If you just do it in a large enough volume, you're going to get a lot of business from FSBOs. It is a terrific source of business. Use the system. Use my FSBORINO if you have it. If you don't, just work them. Follow any system. Follow any procedure. But that should be your daily bread and butter. Number 3, like Roxy smartly pointed in her comments, you should work your referrals. 35.7 million Americans will move in the next 12 months. Let that sink in. 35.7 million. That's 12% of the population. That means if you have 300 people in your sphere of influence, there'll be about 30, 40 people moving in the next 12 months. Huge opportunity. Now, here's the cool thing about referrals. We just talked about referrals on our bootcamp session yesterday. The coolest thing about referrals is your business depends on trust. That's the foundation of your business. With referrals, you already have that trust built in. So you should work it. So that should be funnel number 3. And then funnel number 4 should be maybe Facebook, maybe doing open houses, maybe a little bit of everything, all that. A little bit of Facebook advertising, an open house every 2 weeks, and maybe a little bit of direct mail. That's all you need. Now you have 4 profitable funnels. Now, yes, as you get 10 listings, 15 listings on the market, which if you follow this, you should. No reason why you couldn't. Especially someone like Roxy. She's a rock star. She's a really good agent. Very personable, very motivated, very professional, and expert, high-status agent. So she knows her shit. She should absolutely score that. But it gets busy. We've all been there, right? You get a few listings, you get a few things under contract, maybe 1 or 2 hot buyers. What's the first thing that you're going to drop? Prospecting. Exactly. Yeah? See? All the likes. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Prospecting goes on the side. And that's where the yo-yo comes from. That's why your business sometimes looks like this. Either nothing, nothing, nothing. Then a crisis, right? This is where the mortgage company starts calling. You go, oh shit, fuck me, better go to work. You start working your ass off, following my advice. Boom, you start getting listings and leads and appointments. And the money rolls in and things are good. But then you get busy. So you stop prospecting. So for a while it's good because you drive from this where you generated the leads. This will carry you over and then it starts dipping. And somewhere here, again, you freak out. Panic, panic, panic. You go back up. And then this is your business. Everybody been there, right? Say yes. Of course you have. We all have. So where's the problem? Well, the problem is, of course, you drop it right here because you get busy here. So you got to keep going. So here's the real question. How do I keep going? What do I do to maintain the momentum or even build it further, scale it? So the number 1 step we talked about, establish a really strong why. That is the foundation. Don't skip it. I'm going to go Tony Robbins on your ass. You've got to be very, very clear because the price is big. Whether you're going to do it, you're going to pay the price, or you're not going to do it, you're going to pay the price. It's going to be hard either way. Nobody promised easy. I never promise easy. You know me. I promise you profitable. I promise you worth it. I promise you awesome. I promise you growth, but not easy. Don't expect this to be easy. Running your own business is not easy. Life is not easy. Fuck, it's not easy. You have health issues. You got to drink shit like this just to stay healthy, still to look good. You don't look fat and tired. You got to constantly learn. There is new shit almost every week hitting, especially our industry. It's going to be hard. So be ready for hard. But hard is also good because hard will push you. It will stretch your limits. It will make you better. It will make you stronger. And it will make you look back a year from now, 2 years from now. And you will look back and you go, that's pretty damn good what I've accomplished. That's what hard's going to do to you. It'll make you a rock star, for lack of a better word. All right. So now let's talk about the technical elements of it. How do you make it work technically? First, break it down. Where are my high probability leads right now? So from the organizational standpoint, here's the sad truth. You only think you're productive. You're not. And I'm not just talking to you, Roxy. I'm talking to everybody. So step 1 in getting this under control is stop bullshitting yourself. Stop kidding yourself. You're not that busy. We tend to get busy to justify the commissions, to justify the income. We tend to get busy because it feels good, because you get to go home, put your feet up and go, fuck, what a hard day, I'm exhausted. You're not that busy. You're busy in terms of time. You're not busy. You're not productive. You're not dollar productive. So here's my challenge to you. Test it. Do a test. I offered it to all of you guys in the bootcamp. Very few actually did it. But here's my challenge to you. Really do this for the next 7 days. Here's the Borino challenge. And I'll make you a deal at the end of this video. Track your time to the minute from the moment your eyes open to the moment you fall asleep. Track exactly every single thing you do for the next 7 days. I recommend to do it on paper. Print out the week in a very detailed set where you can break it down by 5-minute increments and track it. When you start an activity, log it in. When you finish it, log it in. Be really committed, be really focused, and discipline yourself to do this for the next 7 days. Eye-opening exercise. First time I did it, I went, Jesus Christ. I thought I was busy. I thought I was productive. Reality is very different. Your mind plays tricks on you. The monkey brain is tricking you in thinking and feeling things are not there. So do this exercise. Trust me, it will shift the way you look at your business, your time, and yourself. Now, only one of two things will happen. I predict. I am Zoltar. I see future. We should have a special effect here. Here's what's going to happen. You will forget. You will feel like, I'll log this later. Or you will just give up. And it's going to happen a lot quicker than you think. Now, right now, you're saying, yeah, sure, fuck it, Borino, I'm going to do it. Watch. Watch. Watch how much time and effort and discipline it's going to take just to do something so simple as tracking your time. Mark my words. I challenge you, do it. Do it, okay? So here is what I propose. Here is my challenge to you. Here we are. What's today's date? Where are we? December what? Let me check my phone. Today's December 8th. It's Thursday, 11:20 a.m. on the East Coast. So my challenge to you, till the next live, we're going to do my final live on Tuesday. Again, don't know the damn dates. Hold on. So we're going to do it on my next live, which will be, hang on. Okay, so today's the 8th. So we're starting today. You're going to start right now, on Thursday, December 8th. And we're going to go till Tuesday, December 13th. Log your time. Log your time, okay? Now, what I would like to do on Tuesday, December 13th, I will post on Rockstars. If you're not a member of Rockstars, for you guys watching this on YouTube, please join us. You're going to post there, I did it, Borino. Challenge accepted, challenge completed. So you don't even have a week. It's easy. You have half a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then morning Tuesday. So less than 7 days. If you did it, you're going to post there, I did it. I'm going to pick one winner, one person from those, but this is an honor system, okay, be honest. But if you tracked your time diligently and if you learned something from it, you're going to post there, one winner will get 6 months Listing University free membership. That's worth $200. How cool is that? Yeah? Are you game? Are you ready for it? You take me up on it? Do it. Commit and do it. Track your time. So that's step one. We're always on step one. How come? But you need to know where the problem is. Because what you're going to discover is you may be doing a lot of stuff, but it's not dollar producing stuff. That's the problem. It's the busy stuff. It needs to be done, just not by you. Not by you. So what needs to be done by you? And then I'll tell you how you organize your day to make it work. Well, here's what needs to be done by you. Where the real dollars is. Is this good, guys? Is this helpful? Yeah? Let me see what the mood is in the group. Yeah, are you liking it? I think you can do it all. Yeah, okay, lots of like. Excellent, good. I want to know if what I give you will actually help you. Fantastic, thanks for all the likes. Awesome. Roxy says, so damn good, thank you. So here's the thing, Rox. You got big goals. You specifically, I know you do. And many of you guys, you're my rock star, so you do. So here's how you're going to make it work. First thing I'm going to give you is from that exercise, you're going to find what is it that you do most of the time. So here's what I would recommend you do. Make a list of every activity that was on the list that's related directly to your business. Everything. So let's say you woke up in the morning, the first thing you did, review your calendar. So you would put review calendar. Then what's the next thing you did? I role played. So you put role play. Then what else did you do? I pulled new expireds. So you put new expireds. Then I called them, call expireds. And you're going to make this big list, and it's going to be a long list. You write it all down. Anything that's directly related to your business is going to be on the list. That's going to be column number 1. In the column number 2, so this will be activity. Can you guys see it? Is it visible? Okay, good. So activities will go here, and there'll be a whole bunch of them. Everything you got to do. Some is business related, some is productivity, some is prospecting, some is admin, all that stuff. In the second column, I want you to put a $sign on top. And every activity that results in income generation, you put a $sign there. That means role play, yes, that will improve your ability to generate more business. Absolutely $sign. Pulling new expireds, $sign, except that's questionable. Calling expireds is really a $sign. And I'll tell you the difference in just a moment. Do you need the list of new expireds? What's the answer? Yes, of course you do. But can somebody else do it for you? Ha ha! See that? That's Borino madness in action. So it doesn't need to be done by you. It needs to be done, and you need to call them. Can somebody else call them later? Yes, you can get an ISA later. In-house sales agent, internal sales agent. But at the beginning, you're going to master it yourself. So you're going to have your list. Everything that results in revenue. So this does not. Pulling new expireds is not a revenue generation. Calling them is. Are you getting it? So you're going to go through your list and assign dollars to everything that results in money, in profit, in generating business. And in the final column, this is called the happy face column. You're going to put everything you enjoy doing. And this is an interesting exercise because you're going to recognize a pattern. Because sometimes we enjoy doing things because they're safe. Not because they generate revenue, but because we like fucking around with it. I'll give you an example. I love doing videos. I like doing videos. You probably on YouTube watch my videos. Yeah, I love doing them, love filming them. That's why I jumped on this opportunity today. I also edit some of our videos. I have a big studio set up here at home. Is that productive? No. Can somebody else do it? Yeah, my editor, Chris, is a world editor. He has edited movies and television shows. He's much better than me, but I like doing it. So I have to wait. Do I really need to invest my time doing that? Or can Chris do it for me better, faster, while I can do something else for you guys? See where I'm getting? So now, you're going to put happy face to each activity. So let's say I really like role play. You're going to put a happy face there. Now, you're going to go through the list. And everything that is not a $sign, like pulling new expireds, you're going to figure out another way. Cannot be done by you. Especially once you start hitting the level where you want to be. 250,000, 300,000, 500,000. It's impossible to get all this done. Of course it's impossible. And of course someone like Roxy and you guys feel overwhelmed by it. That's normal. How you feel is normal. You're not broken. You're trying to figure it out. And of course you're looking for a logical solution, except the logical solution is not always the most profitable solution. Not the best solution for your business. So keep that in mind. Servicing clients and generating revenue are your number 1 and number 2 priorities. There's nothing more important than that. Okay, you with me so far? All right, so you go through the list and you're going to highlight everything that is not generating dollars for you. That are busy things, putting on log boxes, need to be done, not by you. Getting copies done, need to be done, but not by you. Answering some phone calls, need to be done, not by you. So you will have a list of all the activities. These, you will figure out few things. What can you do? Several things you can do. 1, eliminate it. If it's not producing dollars, do I really need to do it? And be honest with yourself. Be really honest. Do I really need to do this? What will happen? What will be the worst that happens if it doesn't get done? Like when you go on vacation and shit doesn't get done. Not everything gets done. Would you still survive? That never got done. Drop it. That's the first thing you can do. And trust me, mark my words, as you go through your week, through that exercise I just told you about, there'll be plenty of things you can drop. Plenty of things you don't need to be doing or anybody else. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, can I delegate it? Who can do this? You would absolutely must have a good, productive assistant. No question about it. Just like running a restaurant, just like running any business, you cannot do this on your own. Besides, it's not fun to do this on your own. It's not that much fun to sit by yourself and do the whole shit. And I know. You know what was with me? Let me tell you, it was not that I didn't have money or any of that. For me, it was ego. I had a huge ego. I know, hard to believe. I know, hard to believe, but it was an ego. I hated delegating shit because I believed I could do it better than anybody else. I want to stay in control. It was a control issue for me. That's why it took me way too long to admit to hire an assistant, a full-time assistant, but you must. So do that. Get an assistant. Now, who else can help you? In addition to a good assistant, have your affiliates help you. Your title company, your escrow company, your mortgage broker, your termite, your handyman. There are a whole bunch of people around you who benefit and profit from your business. And it would be in their best interest to free you up so you can go and get more business for everybody while they do stuff you don't need to be doing. Example, you do an open house this weekend. You need to put out 15 signs. You need to put out balloons. You need to put out some refreshments. All that needs to be done, just not by you. Why not invite your mortgage broker and say, hey, look, let's pick up some buyers, let's get some leads, help me out. I want to do a good open house. Here's your task. Task number 1, 2, 3, put out some signs, get my flyers done, bring some refreshments. Set up collaboration and cooperation with all the people who participate in your business and all people who profit from your business. So that's the second option. Be creative. I use this example a lot. If we ship stuff to you guys, if you got my Expired Plus or FSBORINO or any of the Success Plus packages, it was probably packaged by my kids. We use my kids. I'm resourceful. Maybe you have resources around you, your spouse, your family. I used to have my mother-in-law work for me, and it was great. I know it's a kind of a risky proposition to have your family work for you, but if you're in a pinch, if that's the best you can do the best you can. Just do the best you can. Always do the best you can in what you have. Okay? Be resourceful, but always look for ways for you to focus on the priority first and foremost. That's where the money is, that's where the service is to your clients, that's where the profit is, and that's where the good business is. So look at it from a different perspective. Okay? So now you have a job description for your assistant. And trust me, even if you just get somebody for 2-3 hours a day to start with, even that will give you 10-15 productive hours that you can now devote to generating business, to finding new clients, to prospecting. Okay? So find help now. Don't get it backwards. Don't be the idiot I was, or I got to stay in control, or I don't have the money. I'll get an assistant once I get the money. That's backwards. You're literally sitting in front of a fireplace going, why don't you warm me up, fucker, and then I'll get some wood. Stupid. That's backwards. I'm on the roll today. I'm using some really colorful language. But I want to get my point across. How stuck so many of you are on these basic principles. And once you switch it, once you go, oh shit, no, I really have to get help so that I can make the money, everything else becomes a lot easier. Is that making sense so far? Yes, before we get into the actual day, how you structure your day. Is that good so far? Borino's on fire today, says Chris. Yes, totally. Sharon says, good stuff, awesome. Marino is enjoying it, excellent. So damn good, thank you. Excellent. Yes, good, good. Okay, so you guys are digging it. Fantastic. So far you're with me, right? So far you understand where Roxy's getting stuck now, because she's getting stuck on all these things. She wants to be productive. You guys want to make money. You want to get new clients. But it just feels like this is just overwhelming like a motherfucker. And it can be. This is not an easy business. Don't kid yourself. It's not complicated, but it's not easy. It's hard. And there's a lot to do. So now how do you structure it? Go back to your list. And start marking things instead of just $1, multiple dollars. And here's how you can tell. Look back in the last 12 months, 24 months. Where did the money come from? Did it come from calling expireds? If the answer is yes, ooh, do more of that. Did it come from FSBOs? Are there a lot of FSBOs in your area? That's all you really need. Are there expireds and FSBOs in your area? Because if they are, I will teach you how to approach them. Someone like Roxy is already learning it. She's in a boot camp. She has the Expired Plus and FSBORINO. If you don't have it, get it. But that's where the money is. So those are your primo activities. Now you can narrow it down. There are only about 10 of them. So let me give them to you. Contacting high probability leads is your number one activity that needs to be done daily. That means calling FSBOs or emailing them, calling expireds or visiting them, talking to your referrals, talking to your sphere, doing listing presentations, negotiating contracts. That's really it. You focus on these things, you're going to make a lot of money. Especially if you're able to delegate and push or eliminate the other stuff. Okay? So let me give them to you again. Prospecting high probability leads daily. No question about it. Following up with existing leads daily. No exceptions. Presenting, connecting with your sphere of influence, and of course stuff like getting better, previewing market, knowing what's going on in the market, educating yourself, role-playing, practicing. That's it. It's a short list. There's not a whole lot to it. But these are non-negotiables. These are locked in. That means calling expireds, once we talk about your schedule in just a moment, is non-negotiable. It's locked in. But what if there's an emergency? What if Mrs. Smith cannot get into her house? Blah, 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 blah. We'll get to that. Non-negotiable. It's just part of your job. Let me give you an example. You work for, I don't know, Borino Incorporated, corporation. You have a job. You get paid for your job. You come to work, and the boss says, I need you to do this report, and they hand it to you. Would you sit there going, no, I got something else to do. I'm busy. They would fire your ass, right? You would lose your job. So if you had a regular 9-to-5 job, you're told what to do, you simply go and do it. Otherwise, you're out of there. True or false? Same thing here. Because if you don't get this shit done, you're out of the job. So that's got to get done. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how you feel about it, whether you like to do it or not, whether it feels good, whether it's comfortable, whether it's safe. Nobody cares. The only criteria is, does it produce revenue? Can I service clients, help people, and make money? That's it. So don't get stuck on all this, FSBOs are uncomfortable and expireds can be rude, and I don't really want to do this. There's a lot of rejections. Let me just see if I can block some more. Bullshit. Stop it. Don't do that. Is it producing revenue? Can that get me to my goal quickly? That's the criteria. Don't let your emotions control your income. Ooh, that's a good one. Don't let your emotions control your income. Okay? What you let your income is controlled by your activities, by your actions, by your big goals, by your big dreams, by your lifestyle. Nothing else. ¿Está bien? You with me? Yes. Okay. So now, we know what to do. When do we do it? How do we do it? Rule number 1, start early. You know, most of the days, like today, I was up by 5. Because I got shit to do. I'm busy. I want to be productive. We're working our asses off on the Express Video Plus, on the new course, real estate video for you guys. And that means I got a jam. Yesterday I was up at 4:30 working. You got to start early. If you're all in the office by 9 o'clock, fuck that. Your competition, the young guns, and young I don't just mean age-wise, I mean the oomph they have, the power they have, the momentum they have, the drive they have, they're going to steamroll over you. Simply because they start early. So you got to do the same. Start early. Get stuff done early. And whether your morning is a routine where you meditate, you do a little yoga, some exercise, role-playing, whatever it is, you got to start early. Because by the time you're all in the office, you should be ready to go. And start with things like, number 1, high probability leads. That means I call new expireds, I contact for sell by owners, and maybe I reach to my sphere. That'd be the first thing. This is all prepared for me by my assistant. The list is ready. I can just hit the phones. Second, I have a list of properties mapped out, and I'm ready to go out the door. This should take probably 90 minutes, 60, 120 minutes, maybe 2 hours at the most. Step 2, my packages are ready. I have a staff. My assistant prepared them. So what am I going to do? The FSBOs I talk to, I'm going to visit. The expireds I talk to, I'm going to visit. And this doesn't need to be 20. Think about it. If you did just 2 a day, 2 conversations a day with these 2, good high probability leads where you know there's a good probability they're going to list, and if I do this right, nice first impression, good marketing package, good follow-up, I have a good chance of locking them in. If you're just 2 a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 a week. 10 a week. That's, let's say you work 46 weeks. 460 of those conversations. How many of those 460 will turn into leads, appointments, and listings? Be conservative. I don't know. Your numbers will be very different, but if I were to do this, my expectation 20% would be listings. So that's what? What is 20% of that? 10% would be 46. Well, okay. My math sucks, but let's just say out of 460, I would get at least 20 good listings, at least. And if my average commission is $8,000, that's 160 grand. Just by talking to 2 people. Now again, your numbers will be very different, but you follow the math? So I would do 2 a day. That's the second thing I would do. Now here's how I would map it out. I'd be very strategic about it. I would map out, or I have my assistant map it out. Here we go again. And I would say, okay, here's one FSBO, here's one second FSBO, here's an expired listing, here's an expired, here are a couple of actives I want to see, and here's a sold that I want to check out. And then just play simple connected dots. You hop in the car, drive from the office to the first property, have a nice little conversation if they're there. If not, you're going to leave a package, check out the house, go to the second one, third one, fourth, fifth, 5, 6, 7, boom, back to the office. That's it. You do this 5 days a week, that's a productive morning. That's a good morning. Now, notice what I skipped. What's not on the list? Checking Facebook, checking my emails, reading Inman news, going to forums, checking voicemail, doing busy work. Why? Because all that will be done by my assistant. And if there is something I need to take care of, I will have time blocked out later that day to take care of it. Makes more sense now, huh? High probability leads, contacted, visits done. Maybe I'll do some follow-up in between, especially while I'm driving, make a few phone calls. Why not? Call their sphere maybe, touch base with them. I'm in the office, have a little lunch, and then in the afternoon, I can spend maybe an hour putting out fires. Here's the thing. Parkinson's law says the time allocated to a project will expand based on the time given. I'm paraphrasing. But what that means is if you allow 4 hours to put out a fire, it's going to take you 4 hours. But if you say, this has got to be done in 60 minutes, and if I can't solve it, I'll bring somebody on board who's going to help me solve it. Very different approach. So I allow 60 minutes, but here's the cool thing. Not every day you're going to have fires. Not every day there will be something you absolutely need to drop everything and take care of. Bonus time. That's the time where you educate yourself. That's the time you go watch my videos. That's the time you hop on broadcasts like this one. That's the time you do something else that's productive. It's bonus time. And then I also incorporate admin time. Yes, there is some time you devote to it, but you just don't waste the most productive time where you're fresh and ready to go with all the focus and energy in the morning. You do it in the afternoon. And a lot less because now you have other resources, including your assistant, your buyer's agent, your affiliates who will help you out. And you will have somebody manage it for you as well. So you're free to think and work focused on only the primo stuff. And then by 6 o'clock, either I have a couple of appointments, listing appointments, or I'm ready to go home. That's it. That's the whole day. So let's say you start at 6 in the morning, by 6 at night, I'm done. Take a few breaks and make it cool, make it interesting. But now I plan for everything, including emergencies, including admin time. It's all solidly booked in. So here's how you get it done. You plan for it. You plan for it. So that means every day, before you close the shop, you open your calendar for tomorrow, and you plan it all out. There'll be some social media activities, maybe recording a video will be all part of it. Maybe preparing for a CMA, you got to preview some properties, you line it all up. Have a quick meeting with your assistant, what's going on with transactions, what needs to be done, bam, done. Plan it all out. And you also keep track of the activities for your assistant. Of course, you need to supervise them and keep track. And then come tomorrow, you open your calendar, boom, you know exactly what to do. Here's the cool part. After about 3 to 4 weeks, all this will become a routine. It's just a habit, just like you brush your teeth and take a shower. Have breakfast the same way. This is the same thing. It becomes a routine, how your business operates. And it's productive, it's profitable, and it's predictable. And the reason it's predictable is because you can track now. You can go back and say, okay, here's what I'm doing, and here are the results I'm getting. How do I get further? Maybe a year from now, you say, I want to double my business. What do I have to do? Same approach. Same matrix. All right, guys. That's the secret. That's how you do it. And then it's just a matter of staying disciplined to stick to that schedule. Because now you don't have an excuse. Oh, I don't know what to do, or it's too much. Bullshit. You just plan it. And then you stick with the plan. And if you stay with that plan 90% of the time every day, do you think you will make a lot of money and be successful? The answer is yes, no question about it. There's one more benefit to it. You can troubleshoot. If something is not working, if something feels off, or if something is not producing the results you want, it's very easy to go back and go, all right, where is it breaking down? And why is it breaking down? And most importantly, how do I fix it? But if you don't know, if there is nothing to review, if there is no records, how do you fix it? You can't. Does it all make sense? Roxy says he's getting all Tony Robbins on your asses. Yes. I have to. You know what I mean? All right. So now, is this all making sense, guys? Is this helpful? Can you do this? Of course you can. Of course. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's challenging. It will require discipline and strength. But if you want to make 300, 400, 500,000 next year, is it worth it? Well, If you ask me, I think so. Because the freedom that comes with it, the ability to travel and take time off and have financial security, totally pays off. And at the end, it's not that hard. I mean, it's hard, but, you know, digging every day for 8 hours is hard. Working construction is fucking hard. That's a hard job because that's a payroll job. Because those poor schmucks don't control how much money they're going to make next year. The only choice they make is, do I show up for work and get paid or not? But they can't come up with a plan like we can. They can come up with a plan where you sit down and you say, I want to buy that house and that car and go on this vacation and this is what it's going to cost. How do I get there? They can't do that. None of the 9-to-5 paycheck where you trade time for money can do that. Only you have the freedom, and other, of course, entrepreneurs and business owners. That's a great opportunity. It's a great freedom in it. And that's the price you got to pay. A lot of work, some stress, some rejection, some discomfort. But to me, digging and working, I mean, here in DC, the winter is coming, and I see these poor guys who work construction out there in 30, 40-degree weather. That's hard. They would look at your job, calling expired. Really? You find that hard? Here's the shovel. Try that for a while. You know? So let's put things in perspective. Jenny says, thanks for the analogy. I had to dig in and plant a tree. I thought I was going to die. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. We have a rose bush in our front yard, lovely rose bush, and it's getting very cold. It was like 36 degrees this morning. So I know sometime this weekend I have to get those big cutters, and I have to cut the whole thing, otherwise they freeze to death. It's fucking hard work. It's going to take only about 30 minutes to do that, but there are people who do that for a living every day. That's hard. You know what I mean? All right. Roxy says, yes, I had my day backwards and I was spinning my wheel. I totally understand that. You and many people. I had to learn all this the hard way. And if I just add up the time I wasted and money it cost, money lost, I would probably hang myself, so I'm not going to go there. Beating the bushes is what I love most about the job. Yeah, out beating the bushes. Yeah, exactly. Business. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. All right. Very good. I'm just checking. Love this. Needed badly. Thank you so much. Well, I hope this was a little wake-up call, guys. I wanted to do this live instead of just typing all this because there was too much, number one, and number two, I really wanted to get my point across. And sometimes the best way for me to do that is using video and using these live broadcasts. So that's why I did it. Okay? All right, my man and women of real estate rock stars, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. Mr. Brian English with us, and Jerry and Brian Casella. Love to always have you on the broadcast, Brian. Love what you do. Love your videos. I'm a big fan of yours. Maybe one day we'll do something together. All right, you guys. Jeff Kubinski, always good to have you. Sue, Linda, Anthony, Tanya, John, Jim, Vince, and Usha, all of these, and thank you for all the lovely comments. So we're going to be back to our regular schedule on Tuesday. This was just kind of an impromptu thing we put together very quickly because I saw the post and it inspired me to share this with you. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Time to get back for me to work because my schedule, of course, calls for 12 o'clock. I got to be back on track and then exercise this afternoon, which I need to do. And we have some activity with the kids, I think, in the evening. All right, so happy Thursday to you, all my real estate rock stars, you guys here on Facebook and you guys on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching. I'll talk to you real soon. We'll be back live next Tuesday. Keep those questions coming. Mark your calendar. Start tracking what you're doing. Remember the challenge. If you do it, one of you will win. I'll pull one lucky winner if you post by Tuesday morning, I did it, challenge completed. Okay, keep that in mind. Start doing it right now. You're going to win 6 months of Listing University worth $200. Really cool prize. Está bien? Have a terrific Thursday. All right, you guys, time to run. Good talking with you as always. I'll see you on Tuesday. Coach Borino signing off. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody.